Hi everyone and welcome to another reaction review video with me, Nina Schofield. Today we're going to be listening to Ariana Grande's new album, Thank You Next. Super excited for this one. Obviously we only just had Sweetener out in the summer, so it was such a cool idea of Ariana's to have another album to come out so quickly. I know a lot of people might say, oh, it's too soon, she doesn't have enough time to come up with material, but honestly, coming from a songwriter's point of view, that is absolute nonsense. Anything that happens in your life can cause you to write a song. Quite honestly, if enough things were happening, you could write an album in a week. So we can push that aside and forget about that because we know that this is going to be a great body of work in on itself. So, shall we begin? Starting with track number 1, which is Imagine, which obviously we all still know, but we're going to have a little listen anyway. I love those. This beautiful synth underneath. And those harmonies. Imagine a world like that. So, just there. She's kind of lazy with her harmonies, so they're not exactly fitting in 100% on her lead vocal, which I think is a really nice touch because it just shows her personality rather than just a clinical, we need this harmony, it needs to be tight against this lead vocal. The hi-hats are quite simple. This is where we get our claps. And the snare keeps going. And when she does the everything kind of drops out, so the build-up is in the literally in the and then everything comes out on Imagine up. And when we go back into World Like That, everything comes back in again. You'll notice as well, Ariana's only using harmonies that go below her lead vocal in this song, which is a good thing in the sense that the lead vocal itself actually goes quite high, and sometimes if you try and do a high harmony on top of already high notes, it feels a bit too, I want to say broad, or it's just a bit too much. So having the lower harmony underneath her lead vocal fits really nicely. This middle 8 is my favourite because of that reverse piano. Those backing vocals, I'm just going to stop it before we get to the climax. The backing vocals there are amazing. There's a really far back in the mix vocal of her just doing a type thing, and then she's got these beautiful harmony vocals going on that are sort of like a call and response to her Can You Imagine? Organ, whistle notes, and everything's kind of on off here. Got the string, chamber strings. So Needy, number 2. Cool sort of, kind of like a panpipe organ. Nice reverb on her vocal. Clicks. Great lyric. Good at overthinking with my heart. Hey. Yes. Ooh, chills. Okay, so that was very clever because she's not overdoing the instrumentation in this song, but going into that chorus, it just needed a little push. I was wondering what was going to happen, and having those vocals as a wall of sound just really lifts that chorus into something special. Harmonies. But that synth line is remaining all the way through. That so there's a really heavy reverb on that, so it sounds like it's kind of floating all the way through this song, which is cool. There's a bass to that. It's gritty. And we've just got the beat on beats 2 and 4. Oh, strings. This kind of takes me back to some of her other albums. And a nice pizzicato string there as well. Nowza. I feel like Little Mix would have that kind of thing at the beginning of their tracks. Is that her doubling those vocals? No, I think she is doubling them, but I feel like there's a guy singing underneath there as well. Maybe it's just a trick of the sound. So we have a pulsating going on here, and the change in the instrumentation obviously shows us we're moving into a new section. Pace has changed. Ha! I like the cleverness of these lyrics. You know I'm a star. I need space. I like that. I like that, Ari. This is more of a rhythmical chorus. You know I'm a star. That's cool. I'm in for this verse. That's cool. Those movements, they are the kind of stuff that I love hearing Ari do. I know I should be saying Ari. I'm sorry, it's my accent. I automatically say Ari. Ari. I'll get there. Listen to that. These little, those sampled vocals there. Da, da, da. I don't actually know what they're saying. I like that. Self-discover. That's kind of 40s harmonies. There's a vocal here, a vocal here, a vocal here, and here. Nice. Next is Bloodline.
I'm trying to do the best I can, and they can't find something to satisfy me. Look.
A little kind of ska influence here. I love that bass. All on the snare. I'm feeling this. I like the horns as well. Did you hear on that word, go? She had a really echoey reverb, cathedral reverb that just let it all blow in the wind. I was just noticing there as well that the second half of this chorus seems to be, obviously it's this chorus still, but they've dropped out a lot of the instrumentation, which is really interesting. Really heavy on this beat. The trumpets just raising themselves up.
This is a vibe.
Oh, that was cool in that bass. I like the concept of this song as well. Love all of the ad-libs going on. Kind of far back in the mix, but nice touch. Oh! Yes. Nice delay on the trumpet there at the end as well. What's next? Again, another kind of 40s reference. Actually, no, this is more 60s. I thought it was like a 40s girl group, but that's like a soul singer from the 60s. Oh, it's melting. We've got some sounds. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. So that, ooh, that bit is obviously right up front at first, but then the sort of repeat of it is kind of muted and has more of a muffled sound, which I really like. I like those. Some really interesting layering going on here. Oh, my instant reaction to this is that I'm thinking it's about how when she's done interviews after a lot of the things that she's been through, and she obviously has felt pressure to keep her persona going, but or maybe actually no, she's saying in this song, I'm not going to do that. Forget me trying to put on some kind of mask or friendly face, because you all know I've been through some stuff, and I know I've been through some stuff, and I just can't be bothered to keep up a pretense. Rapping? Okay. Oh, can you hear? So she's doing the rappy bit. She's also got a. It's almost like that, but in rap form with a descending vocal line and slowed down. I see what she's doing here. This is very clever. This is kind of the melodies that you'd expect from someone who's happy. You know, you're happy when you go to the circus, but this is kind of a warped version of the circus. She's opening out her vocal here. Very cool rhythmic elements. Next is Bad Idea. Nice chord change. Oh. Okay, I really like this. The chorus. There's a lot of this actually in this album. I'm hearing at the moment is that there's a fluidity between the verses and the choruses. So some kind of element in the instrumentation continues throughout. And I really like it. I like the continuity between each of the songs doing this. So this particular one, I like this gritty bass that's coming in the chorus, and the fact that she's raising up her vocal. The distance between those two things is really big and really cool. I like that. Such a heavy reverb on this vocal here. I can hear the bass more now. It's like a boom, boom. Oh, beautiful. Strings again. Pop chills. Yes, love that little instrumentation in the middle of the song. I like that on the main melody here we've got the forget about him, yeah, forget about him, yeah, forget about me. But there's backing vocals coming in on certain words and phrases, not the whole thing, just certain bits, and it really lifts those certain bits. I love it. Oh wow. This is stunning. Wow. Wow. Slightly out of tune, or falling out of tune synth. Oh, hey, yes. There's a really pretty synth. Can you hear it? Oh, hey, hey, wait, my God. Okay, those are yes. Very cool. And the fact that she went to the I love it, that kind of seventh jazzy feel. I love it when we make yes. I'm trying to work out what she's saying. It's the mood, it's the vibe, yes. This is a great rhythmical middle A. This is another one of those points where she is using the backing vocals on certain words and not the whole phrase. And another sort of slight reggae ska feel to this song. Very dreamy sounding. Kind of like waves. It's another one of those synths that's sort of dropping over itself. Wow, beautiful vocal. Nice delay there. That lyric, every tear's a rain parade from hell. Wow, that's heavy. is a stunning song. The fact that that synth has such a depth that it is obviously going to carry the majority of this song through with no other instrumentation just shows you how magical a sound it is. And the vocal production is amazing on this song. I mean, really amazing. They've captured the high notes and this warm quality to her voice, even when she's doing these really high notes, and when she's holding a note, it sounds perfect. It's really good. Okay, so we've got this other synth now. There we go, lovely harmony on top. And strings! We've got a pedal point on top. Oh! Onto the cymbals there. What a beautiful soundscape. There's a synth that feels like it's moving around like this as well. And we're ending with strings again. There's a real theme with strings in this album. Oh! Lovely shimmery way to end. Next is In My Head.
The only bit you can take is just that.
Well, that's true.
You, this has gone on, coming over.
So we've got a reverse sample vocal and this kind of trap sound. Reverse there.
I thought I knew you well. My imagination to create.
They see demon, I see angel. Very interesting lyric. Musically, I was just going to say that her vocal sounds kind of pretty and sweet on this song, and it really is against a darker, deeper, grainier, bassier sound instrumental-wise. It's one of those songs that I'm thinking I can imagine taking the vocal off and having it with different production around it, as well as this production. Does that make sense? There's a lot of reverse stuff going on in this. Okay, that reverb, that heavy reverb that got heavier as she went up. I really like that touch. What an interesting vocal line, heading up there. I enable. It's almost quite dissonant and clashing, this song. Bit of a heavy attack on that top note as well. Very heavy now on the drums. Hi-hats and the snare. That snare is very high in its EQ. Tom-toms. I thought it might. 7 rings! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should have been in track number 7's place. You'll know if you saw my reaction video to this single how taken I was with this. I love that she adds those in. I like the movement in the instruments. This verse feels a bit more in terms of its movement, and then in the chorus it's like dun, dun, dun. I like the vocal movements behind this section as well. And there's this on the synths, and her backing vocals is really nice. And to me, that still sounds like a ticking clock. Thank you, next. We all know this one. Sounds like rain. Ricky, now I listen and laugh. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, cause he was an angel. This has to be my favourite Ariana song in a long time. I like Upward Runs. I see. I love that in this song because it's so simple, but it just adds a little flavour. Thank you. Thank you. The bass kind of goes, ooh. There's a lot of these vocals. Because you grew from the drama. Only wanna do it once real bad. I like the drop down here. Final song on this new album, Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored, which I watched a snippet of the video that didn't ruin the whole thing. Let's see what it's like. Heavy. Love that. Yeah. So she's almost opening out. She's starting with a yeah. Break chord movement. Love that. Love that delivery. I think it's really cool that she's doing these sort of throwaway vocals. So break up with your girlfriend, 'cause I'm bored. Nice to have those stops. Can you hear that zip going? It's like DJ scratching noises but muted. Harmonies around those words. Yes! Nice ad-lib. Yes, that 3-part movement there. My initial thoughts on this album are, it's like a little time capsule of Ariana Grande. This is such a mood from what has been happening in her life just right now. Like, she's really captured right now for her. And I really like that because there's no attachment to anything that she's done previously. This is her right now. So if you came here looking for another dangerous woman, you will be sorely let down. This is not what this is about anymore. I think that Ariana Grande has managed to really sit into her groove now. This feels like her comfort zone in an uncomfortable way. She's pushed herself into her comfort zone, if that makes sense. So I think that her ideas have really developed and melodically she's a lot more rhythmic, and her production team have really done something fantastic to her high vocals and to making sure that they get the prettiest and warmest vocals out of her. So my favourite tracks on this record, just from that listen, are Ghostin, Bad Idea, Bloodline and Needy. Singles that we've already had released aside. Those are the 4 that I really thought would stand out from that new batch of songs. What about you guys? What did you guys think of that new record? Let me know in the comments box below, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Love you guys. See you soon. Break up with your girlfriend.